Thanks, Zoe. And of course, that's something we'll continue tracking. Now to some compensation-related matters. The wage discourse locally is mushrooming, with more groups demanding better compensation. Teachers in the private sector are now also clamoring for an increase in their salaries. And as you'll hear in this report, the Jamaica Independent Schools Association, JISA, says it is meeting and reviewing the issue. Shamela Pullen has the details.
Teachers have been leaving the country in droves in search of a better life, an issue former president of the Jamaica Independent Schools Association, Dr. Faithlin Wilson, says is not only affecting public institutions, but private schools as well.
Yes, I think the entire education sector is dealing with that matter. Our context is somewhat different from the public sector in many respects. And many of our teachers come to the private sector with different objectives from the public sector in some respects. So, but we are in fact still seeing the migration to an extent.
And like their counterparts in public schools, teachers at the nation's private schools have been clamoring for a salary increase given the current economic climate.
But in addition to that, it would make good sense to at least consider this in the private sector. I know that what private schools typically do is look at their strategic objectives and ensure that their staff compensation is aligned with that. So we do have private schools that pay their staff above what they would get if they were in the public sector. And then we have others that are paid below.
The executive of the Jamaica Independent Schools Association has been discussing the issue. Dr. Wilson says a subcommittee has been established to review some of the matters which have been raised.
The subcommittee has actually made its submission to the president, and the next steps will involve the wider executive having further discussions on it, and then meetings with our various principals in the different regions. So we have already scheduled a series of regional interactions and will also schedule a meeting to deal with this matter specifically.
Meanwhile, Dr. Wilson says private schools are now in receipt of outstanding monies promised to them by the Minister of Education during the COVID-19 pandemic. Shamela Pullen, TVJ News.